Good morning, everybody. Day after Emily's wedding. I am exhausted. I haven't been to work in 4 days. Just wrapped up my daughter's wedding. What a fun day. So I think we posted a video on that. I just touched it a little bit, and just wanted to tell you all we had a great time. Today's project, we've been working on this heated driveway. I'll bring you up to speed. We poured this about 2 weeks ago. This all gets covered with tile. Nice big grand entranceway. Exposed aggregate border to a heated driveway. Morning, Rob.
Hey, how you doing?
So the manifold gets buried in there. Lid, landscaping around it. Hot water piping comes into the drive, heats it up, melts the snow, never have to shovel the driveway. Then that's not nice. Comes with a nice price tag. Copper downspouts, you don't see that too often. All the way around the perimeter. The pool company poured this. Give you a quick look back here. This all gets topped with the same paver stones, all back and through here. Here's some done around the pool, so that's what it'll all look like. Isn't that nice? Very nice setup. Okay, so we're gonna pour the border today, and then we'll pour the main drive tomorrow. We'll set a pump in the middle of the front yard and boom, pump it in. It'll be the easiest way. All right, a couple more things to set up. We're just gonna wheelbarrow this concrete right around. I was gonna get a tow behind pump, but it's not a lot of concrete, and just time we set up and break down, just felt it was comparable to wheelbarrowing. So that's my thinking on that. I always get questioned, you know, when it comes to that kind of stuff, and that's okay, I don't mind. So we're just getting tools set up, be ready shortly. Okay, last bag of color. Let it get mixed in, give it a hose. I never put the bags in the truck. We've had a couple issues with them. I just used a little bit of water to chase it in. You can always bring that concrete up and back down to help get it off the fins. All right, we'll go to full mix in 1 second. Never, ever, ever put your hands inside past this bar right here. Never, ever, ever put them in there. Okay, there's our view from up top. Our border's gonna start right here, around the driveway, and end right here. And then it all turns into exposed aggregate right here. Okay, mixer is going up to the other lot to get cleaned up. We got all the border done with this truck. He's going to repeat and get that. Concrete is very nice. That's unfloated. You can see how it's barely sticking to my fingers. And once I floated this section, you can see how it gets wet. So just a light float. Take your edger, clean that edge off. When doing exposed, try not to leave that inner line. That's hard to get rid of whenever you're exposing concrete. So we try and just not do that line. We want this look right here. Always make sure you float those out real good. That's what we want to see, right like that. Borders are time consuming. That's why we charge a little bit more for them. See, not a lot of square footage, but edging, cleaning up, scraping forms, even just the prep work, double forming. With this being a chocolate exposed aggregate, we had to pour it separate from the main. If it was just a plain exposed border, I had an idea of how to do it all at the same time. And then at the last minute, we talked about putting color in it, so then that threw all that right out the door. Right out the window. So as soon as the guys get done up there, somebody will be my float man. Right like that. From that to that. And we'll get a spray going here shortly and get our surface retarder on it. It's hard dumping wheelbarrows in an 18-inch area and not getting concrete everywhere, but I think they did a pretty good job. Nice flat float. You see how flat I'm keeping that? Just screwing everything right up. Follow it up with a edger down the form. Now when it comes to cleanup, this will clean real good and it'll be ready to go for our next project. Even though I'm not leaving a line, you can see I'm just barely, like, I'm nice and flat still. Like that. Okay. And a re-roll. Okay. Okay, we were just on cleanup. Starting to pull the forms off, get everything up to the trucks. Mixers here, we just threw the color in it, just bringing you up to speed. So now a nice easy pour for us. Another 7.5 yards right here for this approach. This apron will match the border. From here back inside is all broomed concrete. Okay, we just got done pouring. Full sun, it's a gorgeous day. No traffic coming. This is all bull floated, starting to set up, almost ready to start edging. Before I start doing that, Steve's hitting it with our Fresno. Big Blue, we call it. Overlapping a little bit. Now that is ready for surface retarder. We don't have to do anything to it. So I want to do this. Now I'll clean up that start and stop spot right there. And good to go. And this is where slow and flat comes into play. Beautiful. We are going to expose this tonight so that we can pour this tomorrow. It's going to be a long day for us. That's all right. This form's getting ready to be pulled off. I already pulled the tap cons out. Oh, what was Matt doing up here? He was taking care of these voids for the heat system. Now a lid can set on there. We don't have a bunch of voids. They had to cut that out for all their chases. Taking care of that. All the lines come in here, so we put a skim coat of concrete on here. That's going to get covered in landscaping. We don't want anybody taking a shovel and digging in there. So all that is nice and protected. And if they try and dig it, then they'll realize real quick, oh, we shouldn't be digging here. Need a hand? Okay. Good. All right, I might get on the road and head to our next project. I'll stick around and do some edging first. Hey Steve, I got a funny story. We had Emily's wedding this week, and I mentioned that. And our pastor, James, one of the greatest guys in the world, one of my favorite people in the whole wide world.
Thanks. Thanks, Dad, for that. Let me grab an edger.
I said one of my favorite people. I gotta watch who I'm standing beside when I say stuff like that. He was at, down in Florida.
Favorite people's James, what?
Oh, I'm sorry. So he was down in Florida.
Okay.
At New Smyrna Beach at Napa Grill, and got talking to Moose at the bar. Hey Moose, how you doing? So ran into Moose and started telling him, talking and saying where he lived, north of Pittsburgh. And right away Moose said, hey, I watch a lot of YouTube, and do you happen to know Conquer the Hosses? And of course James said, do I know Conquer the Hosses? We've known each other for years. He was the youth pastor for Steve. He was the youth pastor for Tommy and Emily. So great guy. I didn't think you were listening.
You walk away.
All right, so just wanted to give Moose a shout out and say thanks for watching the channel.
Thanks, Moose. You should send him a t-shirt.
Want to send him a t-shirt? All right, Moose, contact the office. We'll send you a t-shirt. And again, thanks for watching. I love stories like that, so just wanted to share that with everybody. Okay, back to work here. We like to use this little curb edger out here at the street. Gives it a nice little detail. It's just a small impression. It's not like our border edger that leaves a 1-inch groove. This is just probably a, I don't know, a 1/4 inch maybe. And again, I'm trying not to leave that inner line. Just trying to roll this and form that. As that bright reflecting off of that, I need sunglasses on. So we're not going to put our usual spreaders in here with expansion joints. We're just going to do a straight saw cut, straight broom finish. So we're putting these pins in today. I don't want to have to be messing with this in tomorrow when we got a pumper and a cement truck there. So we're pulling a string from border to border. Pull that nice and tight, and we'll set 2 grade nails in our pins. 2, 4, 6, and then we'll have a board there. We can end the pour, get all this done, maybe get it broomed, and then pour that as well. Okay, with the string being pulled nice and tight. Absolutely no sag in this string. My nail. Right down to it. And then last one. There we go. We were in the shade up there. You see the string right under it. Take that down to it just touches the string. Perfect. We checked this with a tape measure, 5 inches thick. Okay. Okay, apron is setting up real nice. Start getting my surface retarder on. Make sure you fully saturate that surface. If you miss a spot, you know what's going to happen. You'll have aggregate everywhere. And not aggregate right dead center where everybody will see it.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Obviously I'm not my dad, but my dad's a little busy right now. He told me to get the camera and bring you guys up to speed. So we're back here at this project working on the pool. My dad is working on digging out for the main deck. We're gonna add a little sitting area right in front of the step area there, right where Ryan is on the power buggy. That's getting a little bump out for some tables and chairs. And this whole side is getting extended by an additional 2 feet. So I'm going to go ahead, paint a line there, jump in the skid loader, and start digging. Matt and Ryan are going to be moving the dirt with the power buggies. I'll try to do the best I can on the skid loader. My dad will be in the 301, and Jimbo Slice here is going to be getting us set up for forms.
Don't touch it. So sorry about keeping you on time lapse. We just got done pouring that driveway border. Came over here. We're just pressed for time. We want to have this ready to go for the electricians to get their conduits in tomorrow. Here is the outer form, our 1x4 AZAC. Everybody asks me that whenever they see how nice this bends. Right there. It's a great product. Danbaugh Lumber in Harmony, PA sells it. That'll roll out. That swing is going to get positioned here. This is an add-on. So what a nice view that'll be, sitting on the swing, centered on the pool. Let me bring you over here. Connecting up to Jim's sidewalk. He ran this up. Doesn't that look nice? Way to go, Jim. Curving right around there. From here, a straight line. I believe we stopped 6 feet off of the water's edge coming over. And now you can see we're setting up for this bump out. So I'll get this side finalized. We'll make the turn. We're going to do a bump out over there. Coming together nicely. It's getting pretty hot. We all want to jump in this pool. Okay, Steven and I ran back over here. It's about 6 o'clock. Getting the pressure washers hooked up. Concrete's really hard. As soon as you hit it with water, it softens that surface up. I'll get the pressure washer going. Show you this when we're all done. Actually, we're not allowed to work in this plan after 6 o'clock. It might even be 5 o'clock, I don't know. This is the worst plan to work in. Super nice houses, by all means. There's a lot of rules here. Some of the people are friendly, and some not so friendly. Yeah, you got a little too close to the camera, but that's what it looks like. About 3/4 of the way done with the apron. Let me give you an up-close shot of how that comes off. I'll go and show you this when I'm all done. Okay, there it is. Border is all cleaned off, drying nicely. Grade pins for tomorrow morning. We are ready to go. Steve cleaned these doors off real good. We'll put expansion joint down this form, morning pour, late morning, early afternoon pour. There's the border. Those stones I showed you earlier, coming up, just touching this, exposed, groomed concrete. And there's the apron. That's harder on my back than straight edging, holding that wand in that fixed position. So, if this looks fun to you, we are hiring TSH Concrete. See you tomorrow. Don't be late.